Talking a bit of Rashford, the youngster's done the business for Spurs. Does Daniel Levy still need to put his hand in his pocket? Yes, he does. And Man United look good tonight, I thought, and they can figure it out. Rangers, though, you can give us a call. Let's go to Chris. He's a Spurs fan. All right, Chrissy.
All right, Chris.
Hello, mate. How you doing, boys? All right?
I'm right, Chris. Yeah, you been at the game?
I have been at the game, and I think it's just it's papering over the cracks, mate. These obviously, I'm happy about the result. Fantastic result, 3-0. But we should have battered this lot. We really should have hammered them. It was 70 minutes of nothing. And then the youngsters come on, and it's just papering over the crack. Ange is lucky to be in the job still. I think he should buy a lottery ticket tomorrow, to be fair. He's riding his luck. He's flying by the seat of his pants.
I hear you. I do. But you've also got to take into the context the game, mate. Elfsborg were terrible. So it's always going to be a tough watch. We pretty much dominated the game, but... You know, like, it's an hard one to get up for. You need a win, but you don't really need the win. Do you know? Like, we was almost qualified anyway. And it's just a bit flat. It's going to be a bit flat, you know? And that's why the injection of some youngsters that come on, a bit of desire, and, you know, that's what happens on a night like this. And that's why it's good that you've got them players available.
Yeah, I mean, I was at the game on Sunday as well, Leicester game.
Yeah, terrible.
It was a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But it's the same thing week in, week out. I mean, when are they going to show some gumption? When you know, I understand there's a lot of injuries, but they need to be up for it. They need to be saying, you know, Ange keeps on saying, yeah, we could win 3 cups, we're in X amount of competitions or whatever. But it's like they're just winging it, mate. They're just honestly, absolutely winging it every game.
But I hear you, Chris. I do. If they're not up for it at the weekend, right, that's a problem. That's where Ange gets the sack. Do you know what I mean? If you go and get beat at the weekend and you put in a flat performance and the big players like your Sons and your Richarlisons and, you know, your big players you need in the Premier League, if they don't turn up then I'm all for you. Like, I'm with you. But tonight, you just got to accept that it's one of them Europa League nights, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit flat. The young lads come on. We win the game 3-0 against a really poor side. You got to take the positives you take out of it. The academy graduates.
Chris, can I ask you a question? Tonight is not the night to have this opinion, right? Tonight is one of those games you can only lose. You have to beat them, right? It was done with a skeleton squad. There are nothing but positives out tonight. But if you really want to take it further, and you really want to stick the boot in, then yeah, clearly there are issues at the football club, and there have been problems that have been going on for 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 managed, maybe even 10, who knows. But tonight's not the night to do that. Tonight is one of those you go, do you know what, right? We won 3-0. Young lads come on. There are positives to be taken from this. This, and there ain't been many, by the way. This has been a good night for Spurs this season. It's been a good night, and I don't think
It was a good night, and I'll tell you what, the 3 goals, I'll be honest with you, the 3 goals were fantastic. They were absolutely fantastic.
Why do you not start with that, then? Why do you not start with that?
Well, do you know why? Because it's like I said at the beginning, it's papering over the cracks. Yes, it's a good night. Yes, we're in the top 8. Fantastic. 3 young lads have scored goals. Always happy to see the young lads coming through and score the goals. Obviously, it is you've got to take the positives from it. But when you're watching every week in, week out, and for 70 minutes of this game, I was thinking if this was a better team, we would be in the Wassenay, you know, and we've been dug out of it by 3 youngsters, luckily.
Yeah, Chris, I agree with you. I do. Let's have that conversation at the weekend. Who we got? Is it Brentford we got, right? Away.
Brentford away at the weekend.
Yeah,
and then we've got,
tough game, mate, right?
It is a tough game.
So let's have that conversation, you know, at the weekend after that game, because that's where Ange loses his job. He ain't going to lose his job against Elfsborg tonight, coming on, these 3 young lads to score. You know, it's a positive night. I hear you, but let's see what Daniel Levy does over the next couple of days. Let's see what happens at the weekend. If he gets beat, and we don't sign anyone, then there's going to be uproar. So tonight, you take some positives.
He'll look at tonight and he'll go, no, we don't need to buy a striker. We've got a couple of young lads.
I don't think he can do that. Yeah, I genuinely hope he don't do that, and I don't think he can. I don't think he can afford to get away with that. There are talks of us signing someone. Is it the Matthias Tell or someone for 50 million? We need 3 or 4, mate. Dragosin gets injured again tonight. We need a centre half.
Yeah, tonight's not the night to do that. I understand this point he's trying to make, and look, no one in the footballing world is under any illusions about where Spurs are and why they're there, and what a difficult game this is. The next cup this weekend and the coming weeks, by the way, the coming weeks. I'm not sure it's the right time to make that call. I get the frustration.
Spurs boss Ange Postecoglou has been speaking to the media after the 3-0 win over Elfsborg tonight. He reacted to finishing 4th in the table.
I think it's been a pretty good European campaign for us. We've had to deal with some adversity in it, and even the first game we played here, I remember we were down to 10 men after about 10 minutes. So I think we've dealt with it pretty well, considering the group we've got, and we've put ourselves in a great position. As you said, we're through to the round of 16. We missed the playoff games, which gives us a couple more weeks to get some players back, and so hopefully by the time the knockout rounds come, we'll have some more fit bodies to help the group, and it's an exciting challenge for us.
Yeah, he's speaking positively for once. It's been hard for Ange, isn't it? I mean, because he's been under the gun for a while now, and he's trying to play a certain style of football. He's had a load of injuries. He's had to use some young lads, and the big players have let him down as well in terms of performances.
Tonight's not the night, though, Jay.
No.
Look, it could so easily have gone bad. It could have done. I've seen Spurs in Europe. There have been many games where Spurs have expected to win and come away with nothing or defeat. You've been on the back end of a massive, as anyone's seen, right? Tonight was the night where you go, do you know what? Yeah. Was it brilliant? No. Is it a great result? Yeah. As some of the young... There's only positive to come out tonight. But the real acid test, where you earn your bread and butter, is going to be at the weekend.
Yeah, I know.
And that's where this conversation, park it, what's going to happen on Sunday? What are you and I? What calls do we take on Monday evening from Spurs fans? What does that sound like?
Well,
that's where the measure.
That's the worry.
We'll find out.
I think the next 2 games decide Ange Postecoglou's job.
And is it Liverpool in the Carabao Cup?
Carabao Cup next week.
I mean,
it's a monster. It's a monster week. Brentford away, you're 15th in the table.
Yeah.
You need a result. You could Everton could go above you, and then you've got Liverpool.
Well, if you lose that game and Everton win, Leicester win, wow, the conversation changes. That is a very different conversation.
And I'll be honest, I don't see Spurs getting a result at Brentford. I don't.
Well, then that conversation is definitely changing. Brace yourself, mate, for as anyone's seen.
Oh, mate,
I don't care what Chelsea. Where we got at the weekend? We're on playing on Monday. I'm not even in Monday.
Oh, you're not here Monday.
I'm not here, Jay.
Chelsea are playing.
Do you know what I'll do, Shawnee? I'll pre-record one. All right? I'll send that from WhatsApp.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.